soup.
Yeah.
Like cold,
it's
like liquid.
the texture for a smoothie bowl is hard because you need a good quality blender and you need to make sure all of your stuff's frozen. And it's hard in temperatures like this, right?
Yeah,
so you really need to have a good setup, which obviously Holistica being the premier destination that it is, like they really nailed it. So
yeah, I mean, so you need to have a good blender and good ingredients. So
frozen ingredients. Yeah, because that's what makes ice cream, right? Or you can have one of those masticating juicers. And then you can actually make Nicecream with your juicer.
With a juicer?
Yeah, so you can put in your frozen bananas and out come like this like amazing gooey frozen ice creamy texture.
In a juicer.
You can, yeah. But you need like one of those, they're called masticating juicers or rotating juicers, like not the big ones like Breville where you're putting everything in the top, which is a centrifugal juicer.
Right.
You need like the more cold press style juicers.
Ah.
So that's why if you ever on the market for a juicer, get that because you can do literally everything. You can make peanut butter. You can do the Nicecreams. You can do all your leafy greens. You could do apples and pineapples and watermelon and just like potatoes, everything.
Oh my God. I feel like this podcast, I'm going to learn so much. I'm going to go on Amazon or go somewhere Costco and just have a new juicer. But I have a Vitamix blender, which is, I think our Vitamix is like top, right?
They're considered the top. There's a few other ones on the market that the quality is as good, but they don't have the Vitamix name for the marketing. But you can't go wrong with the Vitamix. It lasts forever and you can do everything in it.
So what's something that's just as good but doesn't have the name?
So when we first did our juice business back in Montreal, we were like, working on seed money, right? So we were bootstrapping. And so we got a blender called the Whereas.
The Whereas.
Right. And that is like $200 or $300 less than the Vitamix and was really comparable. So we were just like, okay, we can save $300. Let's do it. So we got that and it lasted a really long time. I think my sister might still have it in her storage facility.
Okay.
And that was really good too. Right. But, after that, we got a Vitamix.
Right. It's just the Vitamix. It's not just the name, it's quality. I've had my Vitamix for like 13 years.
Oh my God. 13 years. My parents bought one in like the 80s or something and they had theirs for like 15, 20 years.
Yeah. It's just, it's amazing.
It's a worthwhile investment, honestly.
Yeah. I remember when I first bought it, I went to Costco and bought it and my dad was like, are you crazy? You spent that much money on a blender? And now he uses it and it's like, wow, it's still going and it's great.
Because if you buy the less expensive blenders, you get something for like $70, $80. In 2 years, you're rebuying them.
Yeah, and it's not. And if you want to make certain things, like I make a raw vegan cashew cheesecake, and just to blend the cashews and the coconut fat and everything together requires a lot of power. Yep. And a lot of blenders can't handle it.
No, they definitely can't. And it's like the Vitamix is like a commercial blender, right? Like and so if you're living a vegan lifestyle and you are getting creative with all those nuts and all that kind of stuff, you need to invest in your kitchen equipment. Yeah.
And even still, I know some small businesses might have gone through so many blenders and then they eventually just end up going to the Vitamix because it's good. Like they'll go from like a NutriBullet, which is a good, or a Ninja, but then it just starts breaking apart and then they'll get something better and then just, fine.
I hated the Ninja. I went through that blender too when I was developing initially the recipes for this book.
Oh, yeah?
We got the Ninja and it was like, no. It was just because of the way the blades are kind of all sort of like they're all separated and they go all the way down. So you'd think you're getting this like amazing mixing capacity, but it grinds so quickly and it's not fine. So you ended up with granular residue. And if you're making like a Nutella smoothie and you're putting in like real hazelnuts, you want to make sure that you're getting something silky at the end because anything that's granular is like not an enjoyable smoothie. It's like,
yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But so the Ninja has those blades and they just don't work.
They I guess they work for certain things, but I think if you're looking to do things like smoothie bowls and smoothies, which most people get a blender to do smoothie, let's say, right? Or maybe make soups and sauces. I found that it didn't do as fine of a job.
Okay.
I didn't I guess the Vitamix, the way that it is with it's so high powered and I guess it creates like an inner vortex or something. I mean, I'm not like a blender engineer, so please don't listen to the vocabulary. She knows what she's talking about. But basically it's just everything can come out like creamy and everything can come out the texture that you want if you work with the proper settings on the blender. The Ninja for me was like, I think it works if you're just blending bananas and avocados and if you're not developing something that you're selling to people, right?
Right.
But
the Vitamix is also much easier to clean. But it's amazing how it's just one small blade.
Yeah.
Such a simple design.
Yeah.
And it works so well.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and it's so easy to wash. You put some hot water and some soap, and just,
yep.
You can make soup.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the blender that you can use for literally everything.
Everything.
So like if you think about having to buy a food processor plus a blender plus, you know, maybe a seed grinder plus all, and then you add all that up, you realize that paying the hundreds of dollars that the Vitamix is plus the warranty and how long it actually lasts, it's an investment that is like worthwhile.
It's gonna last
you can keep
for
it
years.
for like years.